Hi, this is Dan, and today we're going to look at the LEGO Icons Barad-Dur Lord of the Rings set. This set came with 10 minifigures, including Sauron, the Mouth of Sauron, Gothmog, a few orcs, Sam, Frodo, as well as Gollum. And this set has 5,471 pieces. It's almost 3 feet tall, a little over a foot wide, and a foot deep. So this set is nearly as many pieces as Rivendell, but not quite as many. But it is a lot taller than Rivendell, and also noticeably narrower. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at this set and see what it has. Starting with the exterior of the tower, you can see the base here. It's pretty symmetrical with the way this ground level wall is built on both sides, which does lead to a somewhat repetitive build process, but it's not too bad. They also do throw in some brown brick behind the black brick as well as underneath it to kind of help break up that all black exterior. Now as we come up the tower, you can see they kind of continue that trend of adding the brown and the dark reddish brown brick to kind of break up the all black tower, as well as having this stonework that kind of comes up the side and to the midway point of this tower. And as we come up to the top, there's a lot of detail within this tower with all these black pieces. It's a little hard to see on camera as well as in person because it's all black, but it does look pretty nice when you look at it. And then this tower also has a light feature where you press this button and back, it'll light up the Eye of Sauron. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the back side of this tower. Starting with the ground level, it's kind of like an armory as well as like a forge. Over here you can see this orc is blacksmithing some weapons together. This orc is sharpening his sword on that whetstone. And then behind them, there's a couple of weapons racks as well as helmets on display or in storage for other orcs to use. Then over here on the left side, there is a play feature with this skeleton in the cage. You can spin this wheel here and lift him up and down out of the lava. And then as we come over to this side, you can see we got Gollum hidden within the tower, and he's got a fish back there to snack on. And then an Easter egg in the set is you can pull this little tab out, and there's a spider to the reference, or a spider which is in reference to the large spider that Smeagol used to try to kill Frodo and get the ring back in one of the movies. As we come up to the second level here in the tower, you can see there's like a kitchen. On the back wall, there's a sticker element that says menu with a piece of meat on it from the movie line Meat's Back on the Menu, Boys. And you can see we got one of these orc minifigs here grilling up a hot dog. And then we got another orc back here kind of by the ale on tap there from the barrel. As we come up to the next level, you got Sauron's throne, which is a pretty cool play feature as well, where you can pull this little tab and it opens up into here where you can see Bag End there, as well as a map back there that shows where the Shire is as they're trying to find Frodo with the ring. And you can close that by just pushing that button there. As we come up the tower, you can see there's Frodo's mithril armor from when they take it off of him when they capture him, as well as some books that would have Sauron's spells and witchcraft type stuff. As we come up to the top, it continues that theme of it being a library with books. All of these are printed pieces in that room, as well as not printed pieces, they're sticker elements on brick. It looks pretty good overall. It would have been nice to have a few more printed pieces, but considering how many pieces you get overall with this tower, as well as the 10 minifigures, you really can't complain too much about the sticker pieces over printed pieces. And then finally, there's this small little build here that has both Sam and Frodo as he climbs up, dump the ring into the fire to destroy it for good. And there is one last play feature I did forget to mention. As you come around the set here, you can spin this knob, which will open and close the gates to Barad-Dur. Overall, this is a good set. There are a few points where the build process can get a little repetitive, but overall it's a pretty good build process. And considering it is a primarily black tower, they did manage to add a lot of detail into it. The only downsides I would say to this set is the height of this set, as well as kind of the width and depth of it. It does make it hard to display, and you need a dedicated space to it. But Rivendell, I would say that set is the same way, where you need a large dedicated space to displaying it just because of its size. If I had to choose between Rivendell and Barad-Dur, I would probably go with Rivendell. It is, $40 more expensive, but it does come with, 22 minifigures, I believe, opposed to 10. And, the design and detail of that set is just really, top notch. And it's just, as far as the display pieces go, I believe it is the better display case or piece just because it does look a lot better. But that's not to say anything bad about the Barad-Dur set. This is very good. If you have any questions,